Brandon here for Bro 7 Mania here, talking about the main event for the part 1 of WrestleMania 36 there. Well, at least the second main event. It's got Bill versus Braun in a match that was put together faster than my order at McDonald's when I pull up at the window and have no idea what I want. So what do we got here? We got possibly the laziest match I've seen. It gets a pass considering it was thrown together so fast. But I'm sure if it was Roman instead of Braun, it would have basically been it would have been the same match. Just replace the slam with a spear. But anyways, going into the match, you're sitting there thinking Braun can't lose this because Bill's old and Bill needs to go and quarantine, be with his family and whatnot. You got to give it to the younger guys so that way he can run the show, at least with the championship. But something tells me that's not going to make a difference anyways with the dwindling views. Anyways, let's get right into it. So match starts off. Goldberg spears Braun. Well, I think Braun tried putting Goldberg into a slam. I think it might have failed. But I think I remember that happening. If it didn't, then it didn't. I'm just losing my mind. But anyways, Goldberg reverses it, or not. Like I said, there's no reverses in these kind of matches. It's a Goldberg match, so he just kind of broke out of it. Speared him once, speared him twice, 3 times. I think he speared him a 4th time, and I think he pinned him right after that, and Braun kicked out of it. Then he was gonna go for a jackhammer, and I'm sitting here like, this guy's not gonna fucking try this. We're going to have to get like the MREs out there, the amputees or whatever, and just haul off his corpse because he's going to just peel over right now. So we're going to watch a half-assed, a half-assed suplex from Bill. But unfortunately, or actually fortunately enough, Strowman just kind of breaks out of it, just like Goldberg did. And, once you know it, he picks him up, slams him, I think 3 times. It might have been 4. I thought it was 3, though. I thought I counted 3. There's a lot of Mania, and there's a distance between the first and second part, so I believe there was 3. There might have been 4, but there was most likely 3. Someone call me out in the comments if I'm wrong. Anyways, Strowman does it, and then I think he does... Oh, wait a minute. He might have done a 4th one. The 4th one might have been like a running slam, though. So I guess it does that much extra, oomph. But he pinned Goldberg 1, 2, 3 after that. It was pretty pathetic. I mean, it's a Goldberg match, so it's expected. Goldberg can't work to save his life. And Strowman can work. It's just he needs someone to help him work. So it doesn't work. You know what I mean? No pun intended. But Goldberg looked awful in this match. Braun looked like he was beating up an old man. So, I guess I'm happy that Braun's champion finally. But, I get a feeling if it was Roman, I'd probably be a little bit more happy. Just because Roman, he didn't earn shit. He just kind of came out. The Fiend didn't get a rematch. Roman just kind of got the opportunity, and they advertised this shit until that day. Like, I think it was a few minutes before the pay-per-view, they advertised that Braun was going to take over. They didn't do anything, no tournament, no lucky draw. They might have on Facebook, I'm not sure, but who the fuck watches Facebook for wrestling? Just get the network, don't be lazy, don't be cheap. What was it, though? Braun just got slammed in there, but they advertised Roman. In fact, I think I might have saw 1 or 2 segments of Braun on the special promotional material at the beginning of the show there, with like them fighting sea creatures, and I don't know, it was a weird ass video. They played it the same video the night too, but anyways, what was it? Braun might have been in like 2 of those, or at least the ending one. But Roman was all over the first, the opening. And he was actually all over the entire show, believe it or not. Even the pictures. WWE, that is probably the shittiest thing you could possibly do, is advertise someone that's not going to be there. and then not announce the card until minutes before, and on top of that, not announce the replacement for your top star with a star that has only won one championship in singles competition. And his other championship reign was with a 9-year-old. So, it's just it's awful. This whole situation is awful. That's why this match is really bad. I mean, it wouldn't have been a bad match if it was confirmed maybe fucking on SmackDown, where they're supposed to do their job and communicate with the fans. Then Braun Strowman fans would have got excited. Probably what about the pay-per-view, who knows? But they fucked it up again, and that's what they do. Who knows? You're probably going to see the entire card on, all the matches on here on Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Who cares if you fucking paid $60 for a pay-per-view? That doesn't matter. WWE doesn't care about their damn fans. They don't give a shit about us. So, I'm taking a note from the fact it was a Goldberg match. I'll let that pass because Goldberg matches are like this. That's just how they work. If it's not like this, it's horrible. But going into it about the fact that WWE did not advertise anything for Braun until like mere moments or even like half an hour before the show, just goes to show you that shows are damn ridiculous. Imagine if you don't have internet and pay-per-view is the only way to get it, and you don't know who the fuck's advertised. It's absolutely atrocious. This company is just like the Brock match. At least it was advertised. You knew what you were gonna get. They advertised it correctly. They built it up, I guess, as good as they could. Even though that match was a fucking tragedy. Even worse than this, just considering it's a Brock match and not a Goldberg match. They basically had two Goldberg matches for both nights for the big belts. But Braun getting this belt, I mean, I'm happy he got it, but it was like I said with Drew McIntyre, it's, too soon, too late. It doesn't make any sense. He didn't earn anything to get there. The Fiend should have never have lost the belt. The Fiend should have just held on to the belt, built his prestige. It should have been John versus the Fiend, because they ended up having one of my personal favorite segments in any WWE product to ever be released to this day. I mean, it would have been kind of stupid that the belt would have been in that match, but I'm sure they could have done an actual match in the Bray versus John Cena match if the belt was on the line. But going back to this match, it was just, I don't know, man. I feel like there's people out there crying about it because just how stupid it is, man. You get full timers to win these belts after part timers did nothing. Goldberg did not defend that fucking belt not once. Not once. You got Jericho back in the day and Moxley currently defending the belt on, TV and defending the belt, at pay-per-views, every fucking pay-per-view, full time, but still somehow doing part-time. Flexible contracts where everyone's paid somewhat equally and they're allowed to go to other promotions to make money if they do well, please, and they get appropriate time off. There's probably even an off season for lots of these wrestlers, but AEW just blows WWE out of the fucking water. Every single time I watch AEW, I'm always entertained. I'm left in awe. No people in the crowd. They put their wrestlers in the crowd. This match was dead, and something tells me too if if there was a crowd with Braun there, it probably would have been dead as well. People love Braun. I mean, I like Braun. I'm a Braun Strowman kind of guy, but it should have been Roman. The way they were advertising it should have been Roman. Actually, fuck that. It should have been Roman, but it shouldn't have been Bill. It should have been The Fiend. Should have been defended at, what was it? Elimination Chamber. Should have been defended. Could have had Bill versus The Fiend again at Elimination. Elimination there. And built it up to The Fiend versus Roman. That would have been perfect if Roman would have beat The Fiend. Would have made fucking sense for one. Because there's this paradox that, Goldberg got beat by Brock. Goldberg also got beat by Taker. But Brock beat Taker. Roman beat Taker, but Roman could not beat Brock twice. But Rollins beat Roman, and Rollins beat Brock twice clean, mind you. And he beat Roman clean too, actually, come to think of it. Fuck. And yet he got his ass destroyed by the Fiend. Destroyed by the Fiend. He couldn't keep him down. Yet Bill Goldberg could. Goldberg, the guy that got beat by Undertaker, got beat by, Brock. And honestly, probably would have gotten beat by fucking Roman too, to be quite honest. So that would have been 3 people that would have beat him that Rollins could destroy any day. But the Fiend would have beat Rollins, so that means the Fiend's on the top of the food chart. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Not to mention, Braun got choked out by the Fiend. He lost. He lost to the Fiend. If there was a match, he would have lost. But now he's the champion, and the Fiend's not. The Fiend's left in the background to rot. This is WWE. Put smiles on fans' faces. How about some fucking plot in your storytelling? How about some logical, coherent storytelling? Who the fuck do you have to hire over there to make a match work? AEW has their own wrestlers making the story up as they go, and you can't even seem to top that. I got Matt Hardy teleporting left and right, and you're having Bill Goldberg do the same match he did with Lesnar at WrestleMania 2 years ago. No, what was it? 3 years ago? 3 fucking years ago? This company's trash. I don't know why I watch. Oh, I know why I watch. I watch because I want to see the Fiend succeed. I want to see Braun succeed. Preferably earlier. I guess I don't give a shit about him as much as I used to. I want to see Rollins maybe. Roman maybe. That's about it. That's it. That's all I want to see. I watched this Mania for Edge and Randy Orton, John Cena, Bray, Taker, and AJ, and maybe Brock versus Drew. I got only one of those matches yesterday, so you can imagine how much fun I had when I found out the opening women's match was the second best on the card. I digress. Anyways, that's the shit show main event for second main event. The actual main event was fucking spectacular. Took a page out of Matt Hardy's resume there. But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, this match was a total flop. It's better than the Brock match simply because I know Goldberg cannot work. I know Strowman needs someone else to help him work, and I'll give it that as an excuse. Goldberg match, so I'll give it that at least. But Brock is not Goldberg. There's no excuse for that. So I guess this is the second worst match on the entire card of all the matches on the WrestleMania card here for 36 here. This will undoubtedly go down as one of the worst matches of all time, in my opinion there. Terrible show. Horrible show. Got maybe 4 or 5 good matches out of the entire fucking card of like 15 matches. So, congratulations, WWE. You somehow made not only NXT, SmackDown, and Raw, but WrestleMania worse than AEW Dynamite. Did I miss anything? Kind of biased about my opinions here. Let me hear it in the comment section below. This is Bro7 Brandon here, coming at you live from Bro7 Mania, saying like, subscribe, and try not to have an aneurysm like me. Have a good one.